What was it like growing up in North Carolina? And did you always want to be a race car driver, or did you want to play football, basketball, baseball? How did NASCAR get in your blood?
Yeah, so we actually lived 10 minutes from the Speedway, 15 minutes from the Speedway. And 2 times throughout the year, I didn't know that it was May and October, but it always happened to be at those times. And you hear race cars over there, and it's like, what's that? And it's like, that's the racetrack over there. It's like, okay, I'm going to go back outside and play with hide and go seek and tag with my friends, whatever. And that was that. And I started playing basketball at the age of 5, and did the little rec league stuff. And my sister, she's 5 years older than me. She was playing travel AAU ball, and so we were always traveling around following her. And I enjoyed it because her teammates had brothers and sisters that we were all in the same age group, so we were out running around in the gym, having fun. And I would play basketball when I'd get back home. And then when I was 7 and 8, or no, actually I was 8 and 9, I jumped on the travel AAU ball team, and kind of thought that was my career path. Loved playing basketball. Didn't really necessarily know of anything else. I remember going to the Speedway when I was probably 5 or 6 with my parents for a dinner for something. I don't know why we went. And I was like, can we go home? I'm ready to go home. Go back to playing outside. And when I was 9, my dad had bought a Harley Davidson. Took it to a bike shop to get it all customized out. And the guy who owned the bike shop called or invited us to come out one weekend. And we became really good family friends even to this day. And next thing you know, it was like sitting in the stands that weekend. My dad was like, hey, you want to try this? And I'm like, sure, why not? I remember going to the racetrack, actually. My dad had a go-kart, and I would go to the racetrack with them, and I would play with the race cars in the dirt and do all that stuff. But that never was like, I want to do this.
Right.
My dad flipped. He raced 3 times, and he flipped every single time. He flipped 3 times. And so I definitely did get my driving skills from him. He's always been a racing fan. You know, he's from Nashville.
Right.
My family, part of my family's from Nashville, so they raced up there at the fairgrounds. But it wasn't until we were sitting in the stands, he was like, you want to try it? And I'm like, sure, why not? And that was it. We went out and bought a go-kart the next weekend and started testing and running. My first race was a national event. We wrecked out. The kart was mangled and destroyed. And I was like, hey, can we fix it and get back out there? And my dad was like, all right, we're going to be in this sport for a while once I asked that. So the rest is history.